Recently, I've been going on a bit of a quest to watch more about like legendary football managers and stuff. So today we're going to be looking at the manager who broke the Premier League with no tactics. I think I just said lead. Premier League. You know what I mean. Sir Alex Ferguson. I have only heard his name, but I have never heard of his actual like accomplishments or anything. And this is from Footy Frontier. I had to refresh the video really quick.
Regarded by many fans as the greatest football manager the world's ever seen.
When I joined United, they're worth 10 million. It's now worth 2 billion.
How did Sir Alex Ferguson get you to keep coming back every single year, all the teams at Manchester United, and do it again?
49 trophies in 36 years. Sir Alex Ferguson is the most successful manager Britain has ever known.
Whoa. I'm sorry, did he say, how many did he say?
Alex Ferguson is the most successful manager
49?
Britain has ever known. So what's his secret? How was he able to remain on top for almost 4 decades? Well, the more you learn about Sir Alex, the more it makes sense why he was so successful. I
would be sitting in my bed or lying in my bed at night thinking about ways of motivating players, because if you're at a club or United for 27 years, you don't want players to feel, here we go again. And I believe anyway in communication, loyalty and trust, and you give your consideration to them, what the job they're doing, they'll pay you back.
I respect
Communication was really important to me. Recognise and value my staff.
The managerial world today is full of elite tacticians. Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, even Xavi Alonso. But Fergie was the man who realised that what matters most isn't necessarily tactics.
Did he rule by fear?
Absolutely petrified him.
Were you afraid of him?
Yeah.
Early on in my career, definitely fear.
When we do it something bad or we lost some games, he kicked the chairs and he kicked the boots, he kicked everything, the waters, the drinks.
Some of the passing is scratchy. Get the passing fluid. Take a touch on the ball.
You can see his footsteps approaching. And the hat is gone, your hat is down, and then you see the leather shoes coming, and then the shoes stop, and then it's coming.
And he's so red and we shoot past the ball.
As a 17-year-old, seeing this figure who was so intent on discipline and quality.
The real reason for losing your temper is because of expectation. People say I'm ruthless. I'm not ruthless. I'm doing my job for Manchester United.
It's unbelievable, but it was good because we learned.
But it wasn't just fear that Fergie used to get the best out of his players.
Father figure to me, he was just someone who, both on and off the pitch, you would always turn to. And
did you find him scary?
No. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
I don't know, he knew how to deal with people. He knew how to treat people to get the best out of them for what his main goal was.
He knew every player, he knew the ins and outs of every player. He knew the way to speak to the player, how to get a reaction from them.
They know they can trust me, they can come to me.
Just the way he protects players. I don't think you've ever seen him come out in an interview afterwards and have a go at any of his players.
But you also have to stay on the right side of him. You also have to do what he expected you to do.
Right, you got to work.
Yeah. You can be angry too, so let's do the right things.
And this knack he had for managing players didn't come from nowhere. 1978. At just 36 years of age, Alex Ferguson joins Aberdeen, 4 years after retiring as a player.
I'd been a player, a decent player.
1978.
I didn't win much as a player, but I had this great desire to win.
I became a manager at 32.
But with zero experience managing in the first division, Ferguson's ability to get results didn't come right away.
I thought this would be easy. I lost my first away game 5-2.
And it was this loss which made Fergie realise something crucial.
And I realised then, if I didn't get a winning mentality, a toughness in my players, I would never survive.
He's the best sports psychologist the world's ever seen. He understood what it took to win games of football.
He could have been the biggest bully in the world. Do we ever call him a bully? No. We called him somebody that pushed us to different levels. We got to...
He can drive you bonkers at times, but genius, absolutely.
You know what the funny thing is with this mindset? A lot of people are afraid of this mindset. A lot of people will look at you like you're an asshole, really, if you have this lack of temperament to deal with like the bare minimum, you know? At the end of the day, it's just a game, right? No, like this exact kind of mindset is what pushes teams and players to achieve all the time. You see it in professional sports, professional esports. gaming, like people need this motivation. And that's something that a lot of people, I think in general, just kind of lack nowadays, is the ability to handle this kind of level of encouragement, difficulty, not even necessarily insults or anything. I don't think if you're just berating your players and just insulting them all the time and not actually helping them improve, that's different. If your players do something stupid, you have every right as a coach or a manager to be upset with them and try to motivate them in the right direction. But you know, there has to be a balance in it, right? I like that. I think that's a very healthy mindset to have at the end of the day, especially if you want to make champions out of a team. Because it's like, why are you here if you don't want to win, you know? Why even play? Why participate in any of this? Why make it all the way up to this higher of a level of football in this case if you don't want to win? And that's how anything in life should be. It's just like me with like my YouTube content and everything that I do on all my other platforms. Why would I work as hard as I have to get where I'm at if I don't want to win or achieve? I've always had a very strict mindset about myself, though, when it comes to getting anything done. And I'm honestly very brutal on myself when it comes to getting stuff done if I don't get it done in the time frame that I want to. But I think it's a love-hate relationship. But this is a very healthy mindset.
Different levels we go to.
It can drive you bonkers at times, but
drive you bonkers at times.
Absolute genius. He takes you from thinking about winning and make sure you win, and that's what he did.
Ferguson did the unthinkable. He helped Aberdeen win the league title.
If you beat Rangers and Celtic, you know you're in business. We beat Celtic for the league in 1980. There was a change.
This was the first time in 15 years that the league had not been won by either Rangers or Celtic.
So he was Irish.
So it gives you a fair indication of how difficult it was.
You know, the record that he had at Aberdeen when Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic are so dominant in that league.
That he'd taken Aberdeen from an unsuccessful Scottish club to really challenge the might of Rangers and Celtic.
And the success didn't stop there. Aberdeen did something unimaginable. They beat Real Madrid in the 1983 Cup Winners' Cup final.
Our success at Aberdeen is nothing short of a miracle, really. Some people say to me, did you really beat Real Madrid? Seriously? Yeah, we did, actually. That's quite amazing.
But it was at this point that Ferguson made a massive decision. 1986. Sir Alex Ferguson was appointed manager at Old Trafford.
We haven't won the league for 20 years. That is a great challenge for the Manchester United players, and will be until it's achieved.
And my family didn't want to go, but I knew I had to go. I had to have the challenge.
There was always time for me to move on at some point, and I couldn't have picked a better club. This was the ideal club for me, there's no question about that.
I won't change. You're all going to have to change.
For him, the goal was obvious.
There's only one club to beat to win the league, and that's Liverpool. I knew that if you beat Liverpool, you're on the right path.
The Fergie you and I know is a serial winner, but at the start, things weren't exactly full of prosperity. 0 trophies in his first 3 seasons.
You have to treat losing as part of the progress. A defeat sparks something inside you that I did something about it. It's part of your life.
It takes
And
time.
when it happens, you find yourself. And we'd always try to find a reason why we lost that game. And that purpose and determination is either there or not there.
Fans wanted him gone, but United's chairman had differing opinions.
We knew how hard Alex Ferguson was working, and we felt that with that sort of effort, that sort of determination, that eventually he would be able to turn it round.
He knew what he was trying to achieve, and he just needed that time.
And clearly, it paid off.
Manchester United are the inaugural winners of the FA Premier League.
Manchester United went on to win back-to-back Premier Leagues in 93 and 94.
You know, I think the 92-93, winning that title, I think that really helped the club to go on and have all the success that they've had under the boss over the last 26 years.
And finally broken that 26-year spell. Do you think you can form a dynasty here in much the same way Sir Matt Busby did?
And as long as they're hungry, because without hunger you can never achieve anything. I won't be taking my foot off the pedal. It's not my nature. And I will certainly be looking for my players to lead the way for me.
The catalyst to this success was new signing Eric Cantona.
He is tailor-made for Manchester United.
How professional he was, how he put in extra shifts before training, after training. His mentality and professionalism stood out for me.
But in 1995, something happened which changed everything.
The Croydon magistrate sentenced Eric Cantona to 2 weeks in jail for his assault on a Crystal Palace supporter.
Ferguson was forced to make a difficult choice.
Wasn't your first instinct to think, he's blown it?
No. There was something in me that said, I need to do something about it. I need to stand by him because the world is after him. We decided to suspend him for 4 months.
Manchester United has today suspended Eric Cantona.
All you wanted was attention, Eric. You know, you wanted attention. You love to talk about football.
But not every player was happy with how he handled things.
I'd never seen him have a go at Eric Cantona, for example. Some of the players would resent that. Why is he not having a go at Cantona?
And the manager would almost just let him off the hook.
Because we're all different characters. So some people need an arm around them, some people need the hairdryer.
The manager knew in the long run that he would come good, that he would produce the goods at the right time. Yeah, his man management was second to none.
The fact that he has a different approach with people, that shows how good he is at his job.
Special treatment or not, there's no denying that his methods resulted in immense success in the 90s.
So he was really just a really knowledgeable person on people. He was a people person. And that's what a lot of people, I think, lack too in many different elements of their life, is the understanding that everybody is different. You have to approach every single conversation, every single person, be it sports, politics. You have to approach each individual like they're their own individual. You can't have like a collective, you can't treat people with a collective mindset is what I'm trying to say. You have to always assume everybody's going to have a different approach to how they do things, you know, or how they learn better, because everybody doesn't learn the same way. You know, it's just like having an advanced learning course for gifted students or something. Everybody learns differently. He was probably kind of an asshole for assaulting that guy. That guy was probably a piece of shit in the crowd that deserved to get punched in the jaw. It doesn't necessarily make Eric a bad guy. He just made a somewhat stupid decision at the same time. Maybe I'm just violent. I don't know.
Cantona had reinforcements called the class of 92.
You could see right from the start that there was talent. Some of the football we were playing was sort of, you know, unbelievable.
We knew we had quite a good team because we were successful. You knew where you stood. If you weren't pulling your way, he'd have you. And that was every single day.
Even when you were a teenager?
Even when, of course, yeah, when you were a teenager, yeah. Like
That's
I say,
the
you have to have a manager who's willing to give you a chance, give young players a chance, and he couldn't wait to give us a chance, and hopefully we paid him back.
So giving young people an opportunity is a fantastic thing, and they very seldom let you down. These lads never let me down.
5 league titles, including a historical treble, made it clear to everyone that Liverpool were no longer top dog.
Alex Ferguson, surely soon to be Sir Alex Ferguson, has realised the dream.
Little did he know, there was another manager soon.
Wait, I'm curious, where does the title of Sir come from? Like what? Because he says soon to be Sir. I'm from the US.
Has realised the dream.
Little did he know, there was another manager soon going to give him his biggest test yet.
Around 96, 1st of October.
Arsenal were pretty average for a period of time before he came. All of a sudden, Petit, Overmars, Vieira.
It was all Wenger. It was everybody.
Wenger.
You have to sacrifice your life for his job.
Alex Ferguson was thinking, who's this guy's coming and think he's going to come up and start doing.
Arsene Wenger's been in Japan. He doesn't know anything about English football.
He was the guy to beat. He was the Don.
I thought that's a good opportunity for me to show that it's not only in England that you know how to play football.
Wenger stayed true to his word. Arsenal snatched away 3 of the next 8 available league titles.
We were starting to get closer. It was brilliant rivalry.
That rivalry was like 3 titles, 4 titles, and then the off-the-pitch stuff, and then the ferocity with the managers. That was a proper rivalry.
But that's a rivalry. So you push each other. Managers push each other, players push each other.
To make matters worse, the Gunners made history in 2004 by going invincible.
Everyone loves Arsenal. Look at the football that they're playing, lads. Everyone's praising them. And it was hurting us every single day.
Fergie knew that only his team could end their reign of terror, and in October, they did exactly that.
But a good night for the club, and as you say, Tony, onward and upward from here.
Hopefully, yeah, it's a good start for us. Hopefully we can get on a run now.
Arsenal have since failed to capture the coveted Premier League trophy, but this pursuit to win the war against them came at a massive cost.
A scenario with Roy Keane, there was a video that he'd done for MUTV that the club didn't want to go out. The manager thought that it wasn't right, it was disrespectful, etc. to the team.
For one reason or another, he decided to go and criticise his teammates.
What did he want me to say? That the team played well? I said, listen, poor. The team was poor. But this idea that I was ranting and raving, again, the usual nonsense. I had a chance to watch it with the players before I left, and it was fine.
It was building up, it was building up. There were things happening where you could see this moment was sort of coming.
The next day, told the players that Roy Keane will never come back to Man United again. Captain of Man United.
For Roy, he overstepped his mark. absolutely overstepped his mark, and there was no other thing we could do.
Fergie axed Keane from the team after criticising his teammates in an MUTV appearance.
No, I wouldn't forgive Ferguson for that. If I want to analyse it, I think we really both loved and wanted to do what was best for Man United, and there was huge respect between us. Unfortunately, that was probably lost at the end.
Roy Keane wasn't the only player to fall out with the gaffer.
The flying boot that hit David Beckham.
And I think the manager had to go at him or something for not tracking back. Beck said something back, and I think it was an accident.
There's an incident which was a freakish. If I tried it 100 times and 1,000,000 times, it could not happen again. He fell in love with Victoria. That changed everything, I think. And being a football man, that I had to think about my own control of the club and where we're going with that.
To get on the wrong side of him, it's not a nice side to see of him.
Fergie sold.
So wow, that's actually crazy though that he let the other player, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's actually crazy to let him go for just criticizing his teammates, but in a way, I kind of can see like where he's coming from. I mean, you never really go on air and publicly disrespect your teammates, even if it's something simple, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to break trust. It's going to break trust a little bit, no matter if he says it's okay, if it's fine. I mean, it's going to mess with trust in the locker room long term. And I think because he has this really good perception of how people behave, how people interact and react to certain things, it sounds like it was just a true precaution. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I can understand how some other people might not like it. Now, hitting David Beckham in the head with a boot rather, yeah, I mean, that's just an accident, but what can you do, right?
It's not a nice side to see of him.
Fergie sold Beckham to Real Madrid later that year, and as Keane moved on to Celtic, United started to flounder. No league title in 3 seasons. Many began wondering, was this the end of Fergie's dominance? But it's here where we find out that Ferguson isn't afraid of adversity. If anything, it makes him stronger.
His relentless need for success and have that desire to do better and to make sure that we don't stand still.
I like to see myself in the players. And of course, when I lost a game, you know how I reacted.
He was everywhere. Just that force of energy and ambition and drive then lifted the whole club.
Breaking through at the perfect moment was a certain winger called Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7 and Ferguson shared the same ambition to succeed.
What's going to happen? Still Ronaldo!
It was a match made in heaven.
Stars
United
aligned.
won 3 league titles in a row and another Champions League to add to the cabinet.
Still motivated to win trophies, to go to the trainings with 62 years old, 63, 64, 65. You say he's still angry, still want one more title, he still want that team play good every weekend.
I think at the moment he's the best player in the world.
But in 2011, Ferguson did something even more special for the club.
The Devils will break Liverpool's record of 18 Premier League titles.
Liverpool well and truly knocked off their perch for the moment. 12 Premier League titles. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Manchester United officially had more league titles than arch rivals Liverpool. But as we learn time and time again about Fergie's career, adversity was always around the corner.
The expectation now is a completely different ballgame. Every season we come in with the expectation that we're going to win the league.
With new ownership, Man City looked to do what Arsenal couldn't: dethrone Fergie's United.
We have a neighbour, and sometimes neighbours are noisy. But you can't do anything about them. And there's next year. We're young enough to do it again.
I do need to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep pausing, but I do need to watch a little bit more about the rivalry, probably more of just the general history between Manchester United and Man City, because I, obviously, as the name say, obviously there's going to be a rivalry right there, but I don't know anything about it at all, so I might actually look into that.
There's a noisy, but you can't do anything about them. And there's next year. We're young enough to do it again.
You've seen off Liverpool, you've seen off challenges from Arsenal, you've seen off challenges from Chelsea. Does this reinvigorate you now, this new rivalry?
So we accept challenges, we're good at that. We've been doing it for a long time.
So, what better way to defend their throne than to sign Arsenal's main man?
Robin van Persie is finally set to leave Arsenal after agreeing to join Manchester United.
But the fact is that Arsenal never offered me a deal. So I looked around, and then towards the end of that process, I had 2 options with City and Manchester United. And
Manchester United gave me the best feeling. Sir Alex gave me the best feeling. I really wanted to win.
Manchester United, commanding position, Liverpool creeping.
Falling away, Manchester City 12 points behind. Manchester United, can they close the gap, Jim? 11 games to go.
Absolutely not.
It's Manchester United now, wow, so far ahead.
Yeah, Man U and Sir Alex goes out the only way you would expect Sir Alex to go out.
With a win.
At the very end.
Robin van Persie fit the team like a glove, winning the Golden Boot with ease as Ferguson secured his 13th league title.
I had to wait for so long for my first title, and it's a great feeling.
It's a thank you to Manchester United, not just the directors, not just the medical staff, the coaching staff, the players, the supporters. It's all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
When you do retire, what would you like them to say about Alex Ferguson?
I'd be happy that they recognised the work I put in the club, and I would hope my contribution will be recognised in it.
Your attitude should be, I've got my chance, I'm winning this world, I'm going to succeed.
Yeesh, man. 2 Champions League. All right, well, this is unironically blocking this. I don't know what that last one actually says right there. Wait, can I see it? 13 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions League, 5 FA Cups, and then it says 38 major trophies. What are the rest of the trophies? What are all the other trophies aside from the one that he won in Scotland under Aberdeen? Impressive. Very, very impressive. So we might need to try to look at a video of like how he, like the style of football that Manchester United played under Sir Alex Ferguson. That'll probably be a Patreon video though, because they don't include highlights and all that stuff, and I want to be able to post that without having to cut it up or anything. But I like the mentality. I like the vision that he had, and the fact that he was just a very big people person. That's something people have to realize, but you can't just keep beating it and beating it and beating it into somebody's head like to make them a better player. Any form of competition, you have to understand the personality, you have to understand them at an individual level, and that's what can generate success. You see it all the time in sports, professional gaming, anything. So I love the mentality, man. It reminds me of how I have always had an issue with finding content creation groups to do gaming content or anything with, because I can never find the right people that are motivated or whatever. And I have a very low tolerance for a lack of motivation. Like even for myself, even if I'm not motivated, I get very frustrated with myself. I don't enjoy downtime a lot. Like unless I'm literally out of the city, away from my setup and everything, even then I still bring my camera somewhere because I have this expectation that I want to do whatever I'm doing right now, and I want to do it for the rest of my life pretty much. So I understand where he's coming from. I understand not wanting to put up with people that clearly don't have a vision of wanting to continue to win. And I unironically just saw a clip from Hansi Flick too, him talking about like, if you play for Barca, you're going to give 100%. Like you either want it or you don't, basically. And one of the comments even said that Johan Cruyff said along the lines of, if you even have to second guess your position at Barcelona, you don't belong here, or something like that, you know? I respect these managers that really, they have a zero tolerance for losing because they care. They want to see the success, not because they want to just be an asshole. They actually care about what they're doing. So really good video. First time I've ever watched something from this channel. We will definitely be checking out some other things from it too. That was really, really good. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. Be sure to go check out Footy Frontier, where this video originated from. I will leave a link to it in the description down below, and let me know what you thought about the reaction in the comments down below. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and as always, this has been Jay with another football reaction. I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.